Hello guys, so in this video I want to talk about how I got Upwork top rated plus badge and what it took me to get there, how long it took me, and how did my reply rates change since I got this badge. So it's a very exciting moment because I was waiting for this to happen so long ago. And so basically I started taking Upwork more seriously since last year on May, and I started with 500 earnings and 1 job history. This was my starting point, and it took me 1 year to get this badge. So right now is June in 2024, right? And during that time I worked 0 hourly jobs and only took on fixed rate projects. So that's another interesting fact about my experience, right? The other thing is that how reply rates change. So when I was doing the outreach without any badges and with low earnings on my profile, I was getting around 10% on average reply rate. And once I reached 10,000 earnings and I got a top rated badge, I was getting about 20% reply rate, which was crazy, which was like very, very high because that's like 10% and 20%, that's like double, right? And now when I got 20,000 earnings and I got top rated plus badge, I'm getting around 30% reply rate, which is even more. And I think the maximum that I got was like 40% reply rate, and these are like monthly reply rates, right, on average. So it's crazy. It's getting way more crazy. And like everything started taking off way faster because I'm getting more responses. That means I'm getting more meetings with the clients, and then I'm signing like more clients at the same time. So I'm very excited to see how far this can go, and the math behind it, this is another interesting thing. So in 2023, that's counting from May until December. That's like half of the year. So I spent $2,600 in total for paying for connects and sending proposals, right? And I generated $18,200 on Upwork only. That's not counting Stripe and not counting the other payments. So this is only Upwork, right? And if we divide this number, sales by spend, we are getting around 7 times return on investment. So this is a no-brainer. And even if the cost of connects is increasing, doesn't have like a big impact because the value that you get from the clients that you get from Upwork is way higher. That's like 7 times higher than the cost of connects in total. So it's just like no-brainer. Just keep sending the proposals. If you were thinking that like in the beginning, it's not really worth it, you are investing money, you are not seeing any return on investment, you are not signing any clients, just give it more time. So you see, this is like half of the year statistics, right? And it turns out to be a really profitable investment. The other thing is what are the requirements for getting this badge, right? So the requirement was 10,000 earnings in the last 12 months. This was the first one. So I was actually thinking that once I reach 10,000 earnings right here that I got, I will get this badge. But I wasn't aware about the other requirements that I had to meet 5,000 earnings per 1 client in 12 months, which was the most difficult threshold to meet because that's like a lot of earnings per 1 client, right? And especially that I'm taking only fixed rate projects. So that means if the clients are low ticket, then they have to stay with you for a long period of time to generate that much of earnings, right? And for some other categories, so this is for creative, I believe, category. But for other categories such as sales and marketing, then IT, so this threshold, it can be even higher. It can be like 10,000 earnings or like 15,000 earnings per client to get this badge. So It's very, very difficult. So the next step is the expert vetted status. So this is like top 1% of Upworkers that can get this, and this is like the top maximum what you can get on Upwork. And this is the source explaining how it works, but in general, what are the benefits? So I would get a higher priority for receiving client invitations probably, and then I would have an opportunity to work with enterprise organizations such as Fortune 500 companies and etc. The only way to get this badge is through invitations. And I was thinking how I gonna receive the invitation, how does it work, I was looking at a few YouTube videos, people explaining that they got the invitation, but for them took like 1 or 2 years to get the invitation. But I got the invitation very quickly actually, and this is how I got it. So I just got this notification that they are inviting to apply for this program, right? And these are the questions that they are asking. What's the category, right? Then what are my skills? Have I had any experience working with larger companies? If I can provide more details about my background and experience, right? Supporting links if I have any. And then what makes me a good fit for this program, right? Yeah, so it's pretty simple questions. And the next step after filling all these questions, I believe there is a meeting with one of their managers who would be screening for like English, communication skills, stuff like this. And if you pass the second step, then you get the badge, and then you get into this program, right? If not, then they're gonna decline it, and yeah, probably nothing happens. And I was really surprised that it actually costs 300 connects to apply to this program, right? So if we count cost per connects, which is 18 cents, so price for 300 connects to apply to this program, that's $54. So yeah, I don't know if it's worth it or not. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Should I apply it? I don't know actually, because like to get enterprise organizations and larger companies, they are not really my target audience, because the tasks and the jobs that they would need to do would be different from what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's just like a different type of work that needs to be done for these type of companies. So, but yeah, it would be cool to have the badge just to have it. So, yeah, not really sure if it's worth it to pay $50. Let me know what you think. And yeah, this was my experience. And yeah, it's a really great way to build your agency if you are just starting out. Like you have a public proof of your experience. So yeah, if you need any help, then let me know. I'm happy to help you. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.